Hey guys, it's Matt here. So, I'm going to be making this series of videos. I'm going to try and make one vlog a day, either of me like before work or after work. And it's basically going to be like I'm going to call it software engineer vlogs. And it's just going to be me talking about either like something that happened at work that day or pretty much what goes on, and to give people an idea like what it is like being an engineer. So like right now I live in Salt Lake City, and I just got out of work. It's 10:41 p.m. and essentially like I had like I think a 14-hour day today. I've been working as a software engineer pretty much for the last 10 years, and this is kind of going to be like a journaling mechanism. I guess I was inspired to do this by I like this guy called Sam Sulek a lot. He posts these daily bodybuilding vlogs, and I'm kind of trying to do something similar to that, except for software engineering. And although this is an engineering channel, and I'm going to be talking about technical stuff, I don't want this just to be like a tech tutorials channel. I kind of want it to be more of an engineering lifestyle channel to give people an idea of like what it's like being an engineer and living as an engineer, dealing with issues that, engineers deal with and things like that. So I'm going to start it off. Since this is the first vlog, I'm going to talk about essentially, what I'm doing right now as a software engineer and like what my goals are. Because, a lot of people have this impression that like, oh, once you're a software engineer, you get a job at a big company and then that's it. Like you're happy and you're rich forever. When in reality, what actually is the case is a lot of engineers, they, it's there's a honeymoon period where it's like, well, I've made it in life. I'm a software engineer. That's it. I won. I'm happy now. But, if you actually speak to software engineers, most software engineers aren't actually looking forward to, being an engineer till the day they die. Or, I mean, let me rephrase that. They do want to be engineers, but they don't want to work as an engineer. Meaning, usually when you're an engineer and you work at a company, most of the interesting projects are saved for a lot of the higher ups. And people in general, most engineers, they like doing engineering stuff, but there's a difference between, working on GitHub passion projects on your free time and working at a large company where there isn't as much coding, there isn't as much interesting problem solving, and a lot of people essentially are looking for, a lot of engineers they're doing the whole FIRE thing. If you haven't heard of the whole FIRE thing, it's called Financial Independence, Retire Early. That's what the acronym stands for. A lot of engineers, especially ones who don't have kids and a family, are essentially working to save up as much money as possible and then put it into various investments so that one day they won't have to work anymore. So the idea that once you get a job at a large tech company, you've pretty much just made it in life and you're just good and you're just happy at that point isn't really realistic. That's not really how things go. Most software engineers have a shelf life in reality. And, on the internet, they say that software engineers, they generally peak at around the age of 35. Now I'm 30 years old, and I was doing the whole FIRE, financial independence, retire early thing. And I kind of still am, but I was set back. So here's what happened, basically. So when I was 28, that was the first time I became a millionaire. And then basically when I was 29, a day before my 30th birthday, I pretty much lost my millionaire status completely. I lost almost all my money due to the FTX collapse. Literally, the exchange that I held all my money at, BlockFi, shut down around and stopped accepting withdrawals one day before my birthday. And so this channel is going to be a way that me as a software engineer, I can kind of document my path back to $1 million. Not that $1 million is the ultimate end all goal, but it is a large milestone that a lot of FIRE people have. Because the thing about me is I'm passionate about tech, but it's very hard to, work 8 to 12 hours a day at a job and then go home and work on side projects. A lot of people that work at intensive technical jobs don't really want to do technical things when they go home for a variety of reasons. For me, so myself as an example, I work really hard at work, and when I come home, like, I usually have to go to the gym, because as a software engineer, like, you're literally sitting all day, which means that you have to take charge of your own fitness. Nobody is pretty much like, you're not a construction worker. You can't just, I had a hard day of work today, but I moved a lot of bricks, so like I can just go to sleep when I go home. So when you're a software engineer, in my mind at least, you pretty much have to work out, because if you don't, your life is going to become really, really bad really, really quickly. It's almost a requirement that you go to the gym when you're a software engineer. So for me, I usually wake up, I go to work. I live in Salt Lake City, by the way. I'm not sure if I mentioned I live alone right now. I usually wake up around 8 a.m., sometimes 9, go to work around 9 or 10. I'm there usually until 6 to 8. Some days, maybe once or twice a week, I'm there till 10. And then I go to the gym afterwards. And that's my lifestyle during the week. Like, I don't have much time. I don't even cook, really. Like, I've been door dashing pretty much every day, at least once a day, for like years. I haven't cooked in years. And the main reason that's the case is because the whole grocery and cooking thing, it just takes way too long. I go to work, I come home, I throw in a load of laundry, and I go to the gym, and I come home, I have a protein shake, I go to bed. And that's all my day has time for, at least during the week. So anyways, back to the original point. So I'm going to be doing this blog, and I want to combine what it's like being an engineer with personal finance and a lot of things that I want to call engineering lifestyle aspects, where I talk about things that are tangentially related to being an engineer, like how to navigate your career, how to maintain a good level of physical activity when you're an engineer, navigating relationships as an engineer. One of my big inspirations for doing this vlog series was actually Blind, the social network for engineers, which I'm on a lot, by the way. It's a great website. If you're a software engineer, I recommend you create an account. And so my goal now is to pretty much record like a vlog type format. Also, this is going to be a method, this is almost like a journaling method for me. So yeah, I'm going to try and do at least one of these a day. I'm also considering a shorts series, where I'm not sure if you guys have seen these, but it's the guys that basically they track all their spending and their net income every day, and they show how much money they accumulated that day, and that way they're able to give people an they're able to, and they usually describe it. I've seen these on TikTok and Instagram as like their path back to $1 million. So I was thinking, since I lost all my money because of FTX, I can basically, I'll make a series like that, a series of shorts where I track how much I spend on various things like food, gas, electricity, rent. And I'll show on a day-by-day basis, like what I'm eating, and what I'm spending and what I'm earning, so that people can get an idea and kind of follow me along in my personal finance FIRE journey as a software engineer. I know that's kind of, now some people may not care, but I feel like there's a lot of people, a lot of engineers who would like to see how other engineers tackle different aspects of life inside of pure engineering topics and things related to engineering, like how to stay fit when you're an engineer, or how to manage your money when you're an engineer, or how to eat healthy when you're an engineer. like things like that. And people are like, people may not think that, oh, like, why would you need how to eat healthy as an engineer? It's, well, the main reason for something like that, for example, would be because I don't have time to make complex, healthy cooking recipes all day. I pretty much eat out every meal. And so I'll show people how they can select meals that are fast, cheap, and affordable that they can get without spending their whole day cooking or wasting their whole wage trying to buy. So, yep. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna start doing this every day. I'd appreciate it if you like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know your thoughts on how you on essentially like how you as an engineer like to provide some level of work-life balance in your life. You know, that way, because I'm actually curious about this, because I used to, for the longest time, I was one of those people where I was like, work-life balance, that sounds like BS. Like, you shouldn't have a life until you get rich, and then you can focus on work-life balance. While other people are more about enjoying the moment and they don't really care about getting rich and things like that. So I appreciate you guys watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, let me know your thoughts on whether or not you, first of all, you think the whole concept of work-life balance is valid, and ways that you as an engineer are trying to modulate your work-life balance either in the work or life directions. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.